welcome to the relaunch of Truth Bomb. And we are super excited about this because, well, all the trainings that I've been a part of, majority of the trainings that I've been a part of have all been men led. And we're constantly hearing the men's voice, which is not bad. It's awesome. We tend to, I know my go-to is more of the way men build businesses, and it works. It's great. But it's also not a whole lot of fun. And I noticed for myself, especially, it's become it's something to do and I don't enjoy it. But I know it works and it's great, but adding in finding out who we are in our feminineness, building a business and having that energy back and feeling that energy back in my own life. And as I'm building my business, is that what we're bringing back into Truth Bomb and bringing that female voice back. So why Truth Bomb? Bringing back the feminine perspective on building a business. How are we going to do this? And part of that is we're still figuring it out, but we are tired of just hearing the men. And so this is a place where we're going to bring back the female's voice. We're going to hear more female, and we want to not just see our voices up here. We also want to see your voices and see what the women are going to do as they're bringing back that feminine energy, and as we're bringing that back not just to our businesses but to the world. So why Truth Bomb?
I mean, honestly, for me, I completely resonate with everything you said, Heidi, because it really is like, I got to this point in my business where I realized that I was just doing, and it was good, but not good at the same time because I was burning out. So it created this spiral for me in my own business. So yeah, like for me, Truth Bomb is like, we've all come together, and we've talked about this so many times. We've come together and been like, what do we want a business to feel like? It's the feeling, like the feeling of what it is to have a feminine-led business, to have women on the stage teaching. You don't see that as much. To have women teaching how to build a business. And that's for me, like, that's why Truth Bomb, and that really resonated. So, but Katrina, I want to hear your story of how Truth Bomb started. And then I want to I love to talk about how we kind of integrated together and where we are now. So
yeah, the crazy piece is that Truth Bomb has been years in the making, and I didn't realize how much this was a big part of my journey, especially becoming an entrepreneur. So when I left the corporate world, so I was a chef at Disney, right, for 12 plus years. When I left that and I jumped into the world of entrepreneurship, the one thing I was always really curious about is I'd been looking at companies and looking at organizations that I wanted to join, and they were all men led, like the whole content, the whole conversation. And I was like, man, we need a female voice in here. And I was like, I'm going to be the one, right? I was like, it's going to be me.
It's happening.
And I made a lot of noise, and I made a lot of connections inside of these different groups. Like I went out and purposely was like, how do I build relationships? How do I make myself valuable? How do I build this business in a way that feels good for me? Like, we talk about this feeling side of it. And what's funny is that normally in business, the feelings get removed, right? You're like, don't have feelings, right? There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in business, right? There's no crying.
Well, right? There is though, but there really is.
Like, when I started diving into this, they always say you have to have a breakdown to have a breakthrough. So the tears are part of the process, right? And it's interesting because I was working in coming out of the kitchen, it's a very masculine environment. I came into the digital space, and it was extremely masculine. There were very few women digital space. I've been in this space for about 20 years, watching, learning, developing, right? And I was like, 20 years, and it's all been predominantly men led. Like, there are some breakthrough females out there. I am not going to lie.
Absolutely.
Amazing breakthrough females out there.
Definitely.
The question is why weren't more happening? Why weren't there more success stories, more leaders being built every year? Like, I didn't understand why it felt like every 5 years somebody broke through, but I'm like, why is this taking so long? If this is how we're training people, they're like, every year there should be a breakthrough entrepreneur, leader, female, male, something, right?
Mhm.
And there wasn't. It was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So on this journey, I've had some great mentors. I've had some great experiences. I've met some phenomenal thousands of female entrepreneurs over the year. And I still saw that we didn't have a strong voice, right? We were doing incredible things. We were building massive businesses, but we were still being taught by the masculine energy, by the masculine voice out there. And I was like, there's something unbalanced here, right?
Yeah.
So last year I was sitting on the couch. I had my computer in my lap, and I was being asked to do another group. I was like, oh Lord, another right?
Oh God, Facebook groups.
Another conversation group, another place to have another conversation that was going to be, bombarded by people trying to take over or spam me. And I was like, and the economy, everything was going. I was like, there's no truth being told anymore. There's no truth. It's like I feel like everything is starting to get repeated. Everything is getting manipulated, and there's no truths coming out around what it is to actually be building a business. Like we're getting told all these little pieces, but we're not actually being given the foundation of why you're marketing, why you're building a business. We're not getting back to like what's important. I felt like we were just chasing dollars, clicks, right? And I was like, yeah, we're chasing dollars and clicks. Like we're not even building the relationship. So Truth Bomb came out of that. I was like, man, we should need more truth bombs in the world. And then the next piece of the puzzle was I wanted to build my community off of digital media. I was burned every time. I'm sorry for those. I mean, I know I'm on Facebook. I know of that. I'm in different places. Like I know this, but it is super, super effing annoying to be restricted, silenced, not see messages, notifications.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When I was putting things in the community, it was getting censored, it was getting hidden, and I was getting more and more annoyed that I couldn't.
More and more rules.
Right? More rules, more control.
Stop it.
Can't keep up with the changes.
Right? I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even have a true voice on here because when I speak the truth, if it doesn't abide by somebody else's rules or community, it's not allowed to be voiced. I was like, so I went looking for a place that I could build a community off digital media, like off the social platforms. Because I was like, there's got to be a way to bring people together in a safe environment where they're not going to get ads, they're not going to get spam, they can have a conversation that we can actually collaborate, we can hear each other without all the noise. So I found this incredible company. I said, this is where I want to build my community. This is where I want to build my business. And Truth Bomb was born, right? And a year ago today, it launched in both the Google and Apple Play Store, right? It became accessible to anybody that wanted to be able to pick up their phone and learn how to build a business authentically, real, have conversations, have a safe place. And every single member in this community has said this over and over again. It's authentic. It's safe. I can ask any question. I don't feel stupid about it. I don't feel like that I'm making the wrong request. We're definitely, and it has been totally female focused. I didn't realize how much so until we started having this conversation, the three of us.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so when I looked at what Truth Bomb was, and to be honest, it's been back and forth. Originally, it was just to serve the people that bought courses or went through coaching with me. But I said it's not enough. It felt still inauthentic. It felt like I was still chasing the dollars and the clicks. I was like, this feels, I mean, I've built things, and literally, ladies and everybody watching, I have built success, and I've torn it all down. And I'm like, I'm not even inspired to even share a lot of the courses that I've created. And they're phenomenal courses, but I'm like, it doesn't resonate because it's not connected to anything. It's not connected to something bigger than me. Right? It's just a doing. And when I started talking to a lot of female entrepreneurs, this was a conversation that I've had, I mean, throughout this whole year, even in my community, even outside of it, I've been talking to ladies everywhere, and they're all like, I've just been in the doing, and I'm tired of the doing. Like, it doesn't resonate with them anymore. So, I went out on a trip. I went to Peru, and that shifted a lot for me.
It shifted a lot for all of us, even though I didn't go. There was
Yeah.
a shift that happened.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
shifted everything. So
Mhm.
coming back from that, we came back. So Heidi and I went on the trip, came back, we stayed with Karen. And in literally that first 24 hours of coming back and sitting at her, we're like, so what is truth bomb? And then Karen's like, well, do you want a business partner? Have you been looking for somebody? And I was like, holy crap. Like, yes, I have, because I'm tired of building on my own. Like, to be
That was
honest.
me. I didn't want to do it by myself. I knew what you were building was what I wanted to do. I knew it was in alignment, but I wasn't really sure, like, what is she going to say? Like, I don't want to jump on her parade, but for me, it was like, I wanted a partner probably since the beginning of this year. I had a friend that was like, I feel like you're gonna explode when you find a business partner. You're gonna explode when that happens. And so that was always in the back of my head. Yeah, chills for me too. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like, okay, this is in the back of my head. And I kept being like, okay, is it going to be this person? No, that just doesn't feel right. What about this person? No, that's not in alignment either. And I just kept doing that. Like, this is the end of the year, people. It's been a whole year that I've been like, who am I partner with? Like, it's literally just been like that. And then what, Katrina, like you had a conversation with your mentor.
Yeah.
And you started talking about what he was saying. And I was like, oh, I'm really curious. What is he saying? What's going on?
Yeah.
I want to know more. And then literally the thought popped in my head, is it Katrina? And I was like, no, it can't be Katrina. Literally, that's what went through my head. No, it can't be Katrina. But I was like, you know what? I want to hear what her thoughts are of what her mentor said to her. What is she thinking? And so I'm a question asker. I gotta know it all. I gotta know. Tell me more. I want to know more
Karen,
about, like, the nitty gritty.
It's so funny because it's like this whole year too, I've been constantly asking her, what can I do? What can I help you with? What is there that you need help with? And I think for a lot of us building our businesses, we are told all these things we need to do, and we feel like we have to do them all. And it's our business. We're responsible. We have to do it. It's like the being in business for yourself. It is all on your shoulders.
Right.
And it's like, so it's like asking for that help or asking other people to be involved in something with you feels like strange or foreign, or like, how do I do that?
Right.
And so it's like, and I think part of what we're creating here in Truth Bomb is also, it's like showing other women how we're doing it.
Yes.
And how you work together and what you can do on your own. And it's just, but it's also, it's like, I think that when you talk about Truth Bomb, and I like how we've been dissecting that too, and then how the real focus is on the truth. And it's in how we letting people inside of what we are building, and what's working, what we try, how it works, and the effects of it. And I just, that is like super cool. That is going to be something that to be found inside this community.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I feel like no one's really doing this. No one is doing this. Like,
no, because you see the super success and they give you just little bits.
Yeah.
They give you the truths, they give you the steps, but there's always something. It's like, for at least what I've seen, there's always something that's held back. There's always that. And so it's like, how do you take that? How do you show people? And that is what's actually working, and how the business is building to the success that it's going to build to.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's not even that they're necessarily trying to hold it back. I feel like sometimes it's like you get to this point, you're like, sometimes you forget the hard times because you're like, oh, I don't want to think about that anymore. That wasn't fun. So you don't say that to people. But I feel like for us, it's like, no, we're gonna tell you what's happening as it's happening.
Well, and that's fascinating that you said that too, because so often it's like we're having conversations and Katrina will bring something up and I'm like, wait a minute, why haven't you told me this before? And it's like, there's so much information. Like, I think she doesn't realize how much information is in her head because she hasn't used that part of it, in a while, or that used that information for a while, not used that part of her head, but
that possibility, you know.
I
but
don't
it's
know.
like it's like I think that's also why, like, while we're building this business, things will come up for her that then she will bring that back to us, and it's just like it's fascinating to hear. It's like, wait a minute, you've known this and you haven't shared this with me, but now you're sharing this with me. So it's like, yeah.
Well, and I will say this for everybody, that there are things in the journey, and I think for women and men too. I mean, I'm not going to say this. I'm going to say it's pretty much a general consensus. There is a shame in building as an entrepreneur.
There is. Oh my God, there is.
There's a lot of shame. Digital media has not helped the shame. If anything, it's made it worse for us as entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
Shamed in not having success fast enough. Shamed in not making the money. Shamed that you're struggling. Shamed that you're upside down. Shamed that you can't pay your bills. Like, there's a lot of shame that goes on behind the scenes that we deal with. A lot of guilt. A lot of personal doubt that we're dealing with, and nobody wants to see that, or our perception is that nobody wants to see us go through that, right?
Mm.
And in those periods of time as an entrepreneur, we also tend to put our backs against the wall. We tend to throw everything at the other wall, trying to get something to stick, to get something moving forward. So a lot of times, everyone says, I've got this blueprint that you can follow that's going to guarantee you success. My reality after being in this for so long is that there is no one blueprint for one person. The blueprint that worked for me is not going to work for Karen. And she can take the exact same thing, follow the exact same steps. The thing that's different is who I am and who she is. So what I've always been fascinated around is, how can we serve entrepreneurs? And really what I'm looking for now, more so than anything, is female entrepreneurs, to say, it's not so like, do this, do this, do this.
Right.
And I know that when you come out of the corporate world, we're told that this is how you do your job, this is how you do it.
Right.
And when you step into a world of entrepreneurship, you're like, there's nobody to hold you accountable. Now it's just you. And there's this feeling like, I'm going to get this wrong. I'm not going to be able to do this. And so the thing is that I followed the blueprints, but I've always had to modify it. Always.
Same.
There hasn't been a single proven blueprint that has worked for me exactly as they laid out. I have to add myself to it.
Right,
and once I add myself to it and I make those little changes that feel here more in line with what I'm doing, then the business expands. And I think, we get stuck in like, this is the blueprint, this is how it gets to be. And then we do this and then it doesn't work. We get frustrated, but we're frustrated with the process. And what I'm looking at with Truth Bomb is, how do we bring that truth back, ladies? Like, how do we bring back the listening to our heart, the listening to our gut? Our women have phenomenal intuition.
That's how we're wired.
Right? But the feminine intuition, the feminine energy that comes in, the gut check that says, this isn't right, I want to do this. And that I want to have women start embracing again.
Yeah.
Right? Especially in the world.
I want men to embrace that.
I want everybody to embrace
it. Because we all have the feminine and masculine energy. And it's not like we want more the one than the other. We need them both.
You need it.
It's like,
to be balanced. You need it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're so out of balance. I was actually talking with a good friend the other day, and if you're high masculine, high feminine, you're out of balance. If you're high masculine, low feminine, you're out of balance. Like, there needs to be that balance, and we don't talk about this a lot. Why is everything before you say it, you're like, oh, well, this can sound a little woo-woo. I love when people say that now, because I'm like, really?
I want to know when people say that. This is going to sound woo-woo. I'm like, tell me more.
Tell me more.
I'm like, I think we need to remove that word, but it's also very catchy.
It's a
because
fun
I'm
word.
Like, but the thing is, with using that phrase, it diminishes the power of what they're going to say next, right?
Yeah.
And that, for me, I'm not okay with, because there's so much power in understanding the masculine and the feminine. There's so much power in being an entrepreneur and who we affect and impact in the world, right?
Yeah.
And so, every single one of us is going to go on a personal journey. For me, Truth Bomb is, we're looking for the females that are either transitioning from the workforce, that have been at this for a while, are not getting the results they want. They feel like there's something off. They're like, I'm missing something. missing my community. I want to create collaboration and cooperation amongst women. I think we need to bond more together instead of pointing out each other's flaws and tearing each other apart. Like, what does that look like to come together? And I know that when women come together, everyone benefits. The men benefit, the kids benefit, everybody benefits, right? So we're looking for you that if you're out there, if you're frustrated, if you've been building your business and you feel like nothing is still working, you've been at it for probably 2 to 3 years, you've been through some sort of personal development, you understand that you've got to look at yourself as an entrepreneur first. You're responsible for everything you have moving forward. And you want a safe place in which to have conversations that as women we deal with, from family to business to everything. Like, we want to create that space for you to network with each other, learn from each other, lean on each other. It's going to be a big piece behind this, right?
Yeah, because that's the reason that we collaborated, because now
Yeah.
it's like we can lean on each other. Like that for me is like the best piece, because now I don't have to do it all by myself. Although yesterday I had a moment where I felt like I had to do it all by myself and I freaked the fuck out.
I saw it live happening.
That's literally how I've been building my business. And so when it was like, oh, wait a minute, calm down. You're not doing this by yourself. You have support now. You're not the one and only. That's huge.
It is huge.
And it's so interesting, Karen, that you say that, because when I hear you say that, it also reflects back on me. That's even something I'm still learning to do, right? Is to be able to lean on other people, because face it, women, we tend to take on everything.
Yeah.
We're taking care of the household, the family, the business. Like, we got the world. We got plates spinning everywhere. So how do we bring that back in and start looking at, okay, who are the women in your life that you can start leaning on again and getting connected to? Because there's magic. There's true magic that is going to be created from Truth Bomb, and this company, this community, this what we're building is going to really, it's going to impact the world. Like, I have no doubt about that. Don't ask me how, but I know intuitively through Karen, through Heidi, through every single person that's in Truth Bomb right now, for every person that's coming into Truth Bomb, there is an energy and a movement that's coming.
Yep.
And if you want to be part of it, like, let's have this conversation.
I think that's super important to share with everyone.
Yeah.
We are currently, like, when you become a part of this community, we want you to be a part of actually creating it. Not like we're going to hand it to you and you create it, but like you're telling us what you specifically need, because all three of us have different skill sets. Some of them overlap, some of them are in just completely different places, and we have a lot to offer, and we know a lot of what comes down to building a business, but we also need to hear from you as well. What specifically do you need as a business owner, besides all the things that we've just talked about? Yeah, the collaboration, the support, all that's great, the blueprint for what to do, but what is it that you need to be like, hold my hand on this? Like, there was so many times in my business when I would be broken down crying, and I'm like, I just want somebody to hold my hand while I do this tech thing, because it makes me want to pull out my hair. Like, literally, I wanted that hand holding. And that's what we're literally building, in the process of building this exact thing. And we need more people in the community to work with us that are giving us that feedback, that are telling us, listen, like, this is where I am in my business, but we just need more of that feminine voice of, this is where I am, this is where I need help. And that's going to help us create this community of, like, this Truth Bomb community that is bomb. Oh my God. So
we're blowing up, we're impacting, right? Like, that's literally what we're doing, is we're creating the impact. And can I tie on to that real quick before you go on? Because there's something I heard in what you were saying. We as women, I love us all. We tend to have a very much like, I want to help everybody else out type of mentality too. One of the things I'm going to be really strong with you guys inside this community is, you have to start valuing your time. You have to start valuing your knowledge. And it's, for some reason, and I'm still trying to dig into this, and I'm very curious as you guys come into the community and give input on this, there is the sense that, we don't ask for what we're worth. And this has been an ongoing conversation both in the corporate world and in the entrepreneurial world. And this has been a constant conversation with women. Like, we know we should get paid more, but at the same time, we're afraid of the ask. So one of the things that I really want to have a lifetime conversation around is, what is your value? What is your worth? And are you willing to ask for it? Right? Without feeling like you should be, because we do. Oh my God, I know I do. I give away more of my time to everybody, right? But it doesn't necessarily always pay the bills, which doesn't help, right? Like, there's there's that balance, right? Between the feminine energy of wanting to take care of and help somebody, the masculine energy of saying, no, I need to get paid for this too, right? So how as women can we have that conversation in here? And I think that's where it's got to come off of social media. It's got to come off the digital space. That's why these conversations can only happen inside of Truth Bomb, because it takes a type of environment for us to have these conversations, to agree, to disagree, but be in a place where we can truly voice this and not be taken out right away around having this conversation, right? So that for me is truly important when we talk about, are you balancing the masculine and feminine? It's a prime example of what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Are you giving your time away, or are you asking for a pay in terms of who you are in the world? And I think that's one of the big pieces inside of being inside of Truth Bomb. This is a conversation that we want to empower you with, give you tools to use so that you can go out and really build a business again with that balance.
Yeah, absolutely. And it all comes down to balance. This is something that I learn and relearn over and over again. So like I said, we're currently building out this system, but we actually have quite a bit already built out. We've pieced together what it looks like to be a masculine, feminine, balanced person in business. We've pieced together what it looks like, that feminine journey. We've pieced all this together. And we're working on all the marketing pieces as well, how to market your business, how to build your brand, how to do the social media, because sometimes social media is just overwhelming, how to plan your time. We're building all of this out. Like, we literally are in the trenches doing all of this right now. And the more you come in and you add to what we're doing, the better this community gets. We are offering, because it's Black Friday, yay! For a week, we're gonna do Black Friday. So we do have an offer to be a part of the community for that $99.99. But because it's Black Friday, we actually want to offer that 50% off if you join as an annual member. So you're literally getting this community for half price. Who doesn't want that?
Well, the thing is that here's the thing. Inside this community, you're going to get mentorship, right? If you were to step outside, I mean, trust me, I've charged $20,000 to mentor people. So my value on this part is all of this. But what I want to make sure you guys are understanding is that I want to empower more females. I want to have more conversations around what we are dealing with, that we can't have these conversations on social media authentically. Or it seemingly seems that we can't have these conversations on social media authentically. I want to take away all the noise, the notifications, the ads, the spams, the censorship, all of that. That's why you're coming in here. So if you looked at what it would cost you to get mentorship, business mentorship, if you were to go and price any guy out there right now or any female out there, you're going to be paying
at least $10K, at least
$3,000 to $20,000 to even $100,000. Like, the minimum is $3K that I've seen out there for anybody. If you're looking for somebody that can take you up to the next level, it's at least a $10K. And if you're really looking to expand and break through glass ceilings of $1 million business or $1 billion business, that's $100+ K easily. So when you look at, you're coming into a community, we have an onboarding process for you. So we're going to show you how to leverage this community for your benefit. We're going to walk you through how to set up your profile. We're going to walk you through how to use this community, how to ask questions, how to have fun in here, how to network. We're going to teach you all of that. We're going to really build a powerful community, because one of the things that I know a lot of the women have asked for is I just want to find somebody else that can do this for my business. I know I can't do it all, but I don't know who to find. So one of the things that inside of Truth Bomb is I want us connecting with each other. Like, we could become our business building partners. You could find your next business partner or your next VA or your next tech
or your
support
next
person,
client. I mean, that's
next
literally how
client,
this is gonna be.
right? And it's going to be happening organically. We're not pushing this. We're not saying this is what you have to do, but if you're in there, you get access to more females, and we're all having this conversation. And here's what I really have found out: as business women, we tend to think we can't share our story because we're business women.
Yep.
One of the interesting things that I found out over this year and having the community, and there's a lot of things that I've done, like I've done monthly reflections and I've shared authentically what's going on in my business, what's not working, what's working. And what's interesting, women and ladies, is that by doing this, I actually get stronger and better clients. I actually have more people reach out to me for different things because I'm authentically sharing what I'm dealing with as a business. It doesn't take away my skill set. It doesn't take away what I'm doing. But if you did this in what I consider the outside social media world, you would get bashed. You'd probably get a little bit dinged around this. And the masculine energy out there would literally say you can't do that in your business. And at the same time, there's something, and I get it this all the time, it's refreshing. It's so refreshing to hear that you're building the business and you're going through these struggles and you're still building. Like, that's the authenticity behind it.
Because we don't hear that enough. We feel like we're doing this by ourselves and no one else is struggling because we're looking at social media and we're comparing ourselves to the other person that blew up in 6 months and is just having a great time. And maybe you're sitting over there and you're going, I don't even have $1 to my name. Been in places where I blew up businesses and been in places where I've struggled to build. So it's really like you need support, whether you're exploding in your business or it's going like so slow, like a slug. You need that support.
Absolutely. Yeah. So by being a member, and it is a paid membership because I want you to realize you're getting value.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're not getting value, then unsubscribe. Like, I get that too. This is not going to be for everybody, right? And I'm okay with that. So the reason for this is that when you invest in something, we're investing back into you. Like, it is our promise as Truth Bomb, as the founders, as the creators of, is that we are going to deliver on our promise, right? Yep. So here's the community. Here's how you're going to use it. Here's how the groups work. Here's where you can play. Here's where you can ask questions. We're going to be having power hours where you have an hour just to work with us. We're going to have two-way conversations where we're going to really approach and look at a lot of different things around what it is to build a business. And a lot of this is going to be directed by your guys' comments.
Because the two-way conversation, let's talk about that for a second. How many times are you doing something and you're like, God, I wish I could talk to somebody about this. I wish I could get an answer from that social media guru on their video. They said not to do this. I did it. I don't know why I can't do it. What do? I screwed the pooch. How do I fix it? Like, we're going to have that two-way conversation with you. Yeah. We're going to actually be like, well, listen, this is what I did in my business. This worked for me. Let's talk about what you've done. Can we work with what you've done? Can we continue on down this road that you're doing?
Well, and the thing is like, even in this conversation, this is a one-way conversation. Like, we are having a two-way conversation, but our audience is having a one-way conversation. They're just hearing us and they can participate, but it's not the same as like jumping in here with us.
Yeah.
And being able to ask those questions. So there's that piece of that mentorship where you can jump on and ask those questions and you're in the room with us. And if you don't want to be in the room, then by all means, be with my favorite person in the whole wide world is the lurker. The lurker, I'm a watcher, I'm an observer. So if you want to lurk with me, then that's cool. If you want to participate and get on and step into the arena, step onto the field and say, hey, I really want to play this game of being a female entrepreneur. And I really want to look at it authentically. And I really want to be surrounded by, all sorts of women from all walks of life that are doing incredible things. Like, we want you here, right? Now, the other piece of this is that we want to bring live workshops back into play.
I love live workshops. That is where I thrive. I love to teach. I love to share what I know. I have built big businesses. I have built small businesses. I know. I love it.
I love being in the room with other women entrepreneurs and the energy and the power that is created there.
Yeah, it is so true. So we're going to be looking at, now we're going unconventional. So we're going to be doing workshops, but we're not doing conventional workshops because why would you? Like, come on. We want to have that fun, that play, the creativity, those things that we love to do as women. Like, we're going to bring back, rewarding yourself, pampering yourself, self-care, building that into your business, not as like something that's an afterthought, or I don't want to take money from my business because I'm going to go get my nails done. It's like, go get your nails done and still do your business, right?
Exactly.
Like, gosh darn it, go dye your hair purple, Karen, and go come back and do your
I'm
business.
going to.
Right? I'm like, Heidi, go get your toes done and go get your nails painted and go buy a really fun flirty shirt. Like, go do that, right? Because that's what we're looking for. We want to bring back, it's okay as women to take care of yourself. Again, we do a great job of taking care of everybody else. So these are things like I struggle with being as a woman. So we're going to have some really crazy conversations. We're going to have incredible workshops that are going to move your business forward. So I don't want you guys to think like, oh, great, I'm just joining a community of women. No, we're intentional around this. What our ultimate goal is, really, truly, with every single female, is that you get the foundation and structure to build your business, right? You're going to get what is your idea, refine it, put in together your audience, put in together your targeting, put in your marketing strategy. We want to teach you how to financially balance your business so that you actually, what I would love, and I know this sounds really weird, and I know we've talked about this, but I want you to outgrow us. I actually want you to outgrow Truth Bomb. I want you to become so successful that you're like, okay, I need another mentor, I need another group, and you step up into the other elements. But what I want to give you is that core value and belief of who you are as a female, teaching you how to balance this and really how to take this into the world with you, right? So it's really educating or re-educating us as women how to build that balanced business. So, because there's only so much that I know. And I know that as the company, the three of us are going to grow and we're going to scale up with you. So we might still be your mentors from like this point forward. And I would say if you outgrow us, I'm good with that too. But if you can always say, hey, where I learned to do this is here in Truth Bomb, and point back to us as a part of your journey, then that is the highest honor you can give the three of us and every other woman in this community.
Absolutely.
That's really what this is all about. It's about like thanking, you can thank us by just saying, hey, this is where I got it, but I want you to go on and do extraordinary things, right? Like that's who we're looking for to help women around this, right? We want you to have structure, foundation, belief, confidence, and a place to always come back to. And if you outgrow what we have, then I'm good with that too. Right. And I know a lot of businesses would say, well, you don't want that. You want to retain customers forever. I found, and I've tested this over the years, that the more I let you go, and I let you spread your wings, the more likely
you get.
Yes.
So backstory, Katrina, you were my mentor for years. And then it was like, I think I need to spread my wings and go. And then once I did, it was like, yeah, okay. And now it's like, yeah, I mean, I got this. Like, I know what I'm doing. I got this. I know how to build a business online. And it was like, okay, who can I learn from next? And that's what I'm always doing. I'm constantly doing that. And that's what we want for this community too. We want you to go, who can I learn from next? What can I take from this community and then blossom and grow from? That's what we want. I mean, that's like literally, that's what you're getting for the $99.99 and the 50% off deal right now. And we're going to have fun.
We are.
That's what it's all about.
And we're also, one of my favorite parts, it's like, as you're building your business and you achieve those success, how do we take that and give it back to the world? How do we create the events, the environments of giving back and actually serving and creating that impact in the world? And so we are looking for those, I can't say this word, philanthropic opportunities, of which I feel is the biggest part of building your business, is being able to make that impact on the world and those around you, and being able to help other women to get out of bad situations or struggles that they're in. So that is a huge part of what Truth Bomb is about too, creating those opportunities and events. So definitely look for those popping up in the community.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you said that, Heidi, because that is part of this. So when you become a member, just know that that membership doesn't go straight to our pocket. There is a percentage of that does go to our philanthropic endeavors, and we're setting that still up. That money is already it's already getting set aside. It's already going to those things because we do recognize that this is a holistic circle.
Yes.
Right. We are women. We're building businesses, and we want to empower other women. And there's a lot that we have. What we want planned. We want to be able to do scholarships for women to be able to come and be part of this community. We want to be able to do some sort of grants or loans. There's a lot that we want to do, and it takes the community to make it happen.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're saying is come in, for $99.99 for your month, just coming in and getting access to mentorship, getting access to support, getting access to seeing how we're building, and then take what you need from us and then leave what doesn't make sense for you.
Yep.
That's one of the big pieces. We're going to be talking about how we've learned from the men because there's some great tools and things that they've taught us also that keep us in action to make the money.
Absolutely.
And we want to look at the feminine side. It's like, where are we taking care of ourselves and where we lean on each other to really support our movement going forward.
You lean into your intuition and your gut and your empathy. These are all really powerful traits that women have that we have pushed aside because it's not culturally accepted to have an intuitive side, to lean into your empathy.
And enjoy building your business.
Yes.
Actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So, everything we're bringing for you at the annual membership for 12 months to get access to all of this, to be able to be in that journey in 2023 with us and beyond.
Yep.
To be able to say, hey, this is what we're doing. It's a year-long journey for a ridiculous price of less than $600. You get access to mentorship, workshops, trainings. Like, there's going to be things that are inside of this community that you're not going to find anywhere else. I promise you that.
Because even as we're building it, we're like, oh my God, I've never seen this before. Can we do
this?
Yeah,
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
So we're going to give you the back door behind everything. We're going to tell you exactly what we're dealing with as we're building the business. We want to make sure you're empowered around it and see what we can do to collaborate and build one of the most powerful, supportive, empowering, I don't know, there's all sorts of fun words I want to use, playful world for you guys to be in here as female entrepreneurs. So the offer is simple. Become a member of Truth Bomb. You can go to truthbombplayground.com. Yes, it is a playground, right? If you're going to be building a business, you want to play at the playground, right? So if you go to truthbombplayground.com, it's super simple. Go there. You're going to put in your email address and create a password. You're going to be taken to a page. You can either choose to do the monthly option or the annual at 50% off. I'm telling you right now, I would take the annual because that price will never exist ever again. I promise you that.
This is Black Friday, people. Come on.
But the good thing is if you do lock that in, if you guys continue to stay with us, that will be your yearly locked in price. Like, that price will never go up for you. And I know for a fact that we're going to continue to grow and that price is going to go and climb higher. I'm not going to even lie about this. This is a business. We have a business to run. So that price will go up. So you're locking in at less than $600 for however long you need us for the years to come to be able to access Truth Bomb community and all the resources and tools. So it is a super incredible offer that we're putting out here because we want women in here and we want to be growing with you. Like, that's straight up honest. So you have an opportunity. So come join the playground. Pick your offer. The next page after you choose whether to come in as monthly or annual, you're going to go to a page. You're going to enter your credit card information. You're going to hit subscribe, and then you're going to be brought into the community. All right. From there, you're going to be welcomed in through a series of email and texts. I'm going to be totally straight up with you. You're going to get a text and emails in this process, introducing you to different things. Now, you can go fast. You can go slow. It's going to drip one piece of information a day because I know, having taught for the last 10 years, that we can only absorb so much information.
Yes.
Right? So take your time going through or rush through it. Completely up to you, however you want to approach this. But now you're in the community. You're going to get a lot of love from us. You're going to see us coming in there. Karen's going to be doing a marketing conversation in there. So she's going to be sharing some of the things that are going on in the different parts of marketing your business. Her expertise is around video.
I love video, guys. Love it. And I know a lot about editing. I know a lot about doing video. I know a lot about scripting. I know a lot about lighting, like all of that stuff. If you got questions about that, like right now, if you want to build your business on social media, You got to be on video. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's scary, but you got to do it. And I've got tips, tricks, and things that you can do to trick yourself into getting yourself on camera if that's really what you need to do. Like, I know I've done it. I've been there, done that, and I've gotten good because I've practiced, I've done it, I've talked to the camera over and over again. The camera's my best friend now, and I want that for you. I want you to love the camera. This little thing right here. There's
So this we're having truth bomb conversations around marketing. We're having truth bombs around because it's changing fast. I don't know if you guys realize this, but
it is.
media is like, man, there are things changing like it seems like every single week. So to be able to have someone like Karen in there that we can actually have conversations, throw things back and forth, see what's working, not working, testing things out, having that safe place. This is going to be the place you want to be. We're going to talk about what it means to be building your business, right? We're going to be talking about what it means to take care of your customers. We're going to be talking about what it means to look at your financials of your business.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of Heidi's little bit of expertise is the whole like financial thing. So she doesn't want me to tell you this, but she actually went to college for that. So there's some resources in her head that I'm really excited to plug into. So again, you are literally getting a wealth of information out of a ridiculously low price. So come join the playground. Come to truthbombplayground.com. Kept it simple, right? Come to the playground. Join us in here. We look forward to you guys. You're going to see a lot of us, the three of us, coming together, collaborating on this whole project. We're all in. First and foremost, every single one of us is all in. Like we're not going anywhere. This is our goal is to serve. Our goal is to grow as a business ourselves and to support you as you grow in your business. Yes. I want to see every single woman that joins Truth Bomb Marketing hit a 7-figure.
Absolutely.
Like if we can look at how to create those multiple streams of income, if we can talk about how to keep your money moving, if we can work on having you create the most extraordinary life, not burning out, being supported, having fun doing it, then we've done our job here in Truth Bomb. So that's the Truth Bomb for me.
Yep. And just added note, if you are watching this on YouTube, check the link in your description. It's a lot easier than being like, what was the name of it? What is the Truth Bomb Playground? What? I don't know. If there's a link for you in the description, easy peasy, just go down there, check it out right now. And you'll be brought to all those pages that Katrina just talked about right now. So
yeah, and if you're watching this on any of our other social media channels, like if you're like anywhere else, right? Like check the description, check the link. There's somewhere around there that says Truth Bomb Playground that you can click on.
Somewhere
to get inside of the
We're not hiding it.
We're not hiding it. We're coming out. We're stepping out of the closet. We're crawling up out of here. We're like, we're taking ownership. Like this is our playground. Come play with us.
Come play.
Come play. All right. Well, thanks everybody for being with us. Karen, Heidi, this is an extraordinary adventure. I couldn't be more excited to partner with you both in this journey. And I'm super excited to see all these incredible women.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to blow it up. Like, I'm so excited to help other people do this.
Yeah.
Build a business that they love. Yeah.
Build a business they don't dread doing just because they're told to do it, and to actually have fun and enjoy your business and look forward to it.
Yes.
Every day.
There we go.
Yay!
All right.
Thanks,
Wow.
guys.
See you guys inside the playground. Bye, everyone.
Bye.